Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tarot for You 444. It's so lovely to have you with me this morning. I don't know, it's kind of cold. I'm kind of feeling a little bit cold, but then I went to the kitchen and look what I got. It's like a gift from heaven. I don't know. Some people don't believe in heaven, but I don't know, wherever cocoa comes from is I'm thanking whoever brought me cocoa. So today I wanted to do a twin flame concept video. So if you want to find this video again and re-watch it, then feel free to go into the playlist called Twin Flame Concepts and you'll be able to find it there, okay? So first and foremost, I'm sending you angel blessings from Australia. And if you don't believe in angels, why not? Harry says, why don't you believe in angels? They're so beautiful. And what else? I don't know. Maybe if you want to comment on the video and tell us where you're from, because so many of you comment on the videos and I don't even know where you're from. So I would love to know where you live. I mean, you don't have to give me your address because that would be a bit much, considering other people can read the comments. But maybe, you know, like if you're from Antarctica, which would be very rare, you could tell me, because Harry wants to go there actually because there's penguins. Is that right, Harry? Yes, he's still studying, manifesting his twin flame. Alrighty, so all jokes aside, go and grab a cuppa and thank you for spending your time with me. Oh, wow. I don't know. Do we really need divine masculine when we've got this? Do we? What if we had both at the same time? What if divine masculine was sitting right next to me with a cuppa as well? Wow, that would be... Whew, I don't know. That would be a bit much, wouldn't it? I don't know if all my senses would be able to handle the whole Coco plus divine masculine thing. I think it would be just too much. I'll have to think about it more. Alrighty, so let's get into the topic. Let's quickly check where divine masculine, what he's thinking today, or who he is today. Ooh, okay, looks like he's defending something that he's worked hard for. Paying some bills, maybe? And some of them are working a little bit too hard today. Stop that, divine masculine. However, here we go. We named the other one Horny Charlie. Who's this? I don't know. What rhymes with love? What about Mr. Love? This could be Mr. Love. I don't know. Does he have to get his... He has to get his armor off too, this one. I don't know why they bother putting it on in the first place. They might as well just leave it off, you know. Ooh, divine feminine. This is you. Aren't you beautiful? Feeling the love. Telling your truth. Speaking your truth. Oh, some past hurts though. Still coming up for you. One more. Oh, feeling a little bit lonely at times. And for some of you, perhaps it's cold. Like here, it's winter where I am in the world. I want you to look at this divine feminine just quickly because this is the church here, whether you believe in Christianity or Catholicism or not, or any other denomination of religion isn't relevant. But this card here represents your connection to source energy. So whether you believe that's God or Buddha or Allah or whoever, or if it's just, you know, the universal energy. I mean, some people believe we came from monkeys, and, you know, each to their own. You believe whatever you want to believe. We didn't come from aliens, though, Harry said. We didn't. No, that's silly. He reckons that's a silly one. Excuse me. Divine Masculine's trying to say something now. Okay, he's... Alright, so for the collective yesterday, there was a thing about trauma coming up. Some of you have been through past hurt and trauma, and so he's trying to say that he's supporting your healing, Divine Feminine. Wow. Some of them have tears. This has kind of turned into a channeling rather than a concept video. Just let me see what else he's saying. Oh, he's wrapping you up in a hug. He's saying that he's sorry that you went through that. If you went through that, I'm wrapping you up in a hug. I love you very much. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. And then he said there's some men and women in the world who are very mean. And he's sorry that you went through that. Take that how it resonates for you. Beautiful energy coming from Divine Masculine today. Although he's got a lot of work on, or a lot of things going on, it's this beautiful energy, this coming into the Divine Masculine rather than the distorted Masculine. It's very beautiful. Wow. Alrighty, so I'm going to move into the concept part of the video now. And this is related to planting seeds. And it's a very interesting topic. So I won't make this a really long video, but I just want you to understand something because I think it's relevant. And I think some of us, because this is for Divine Masculine and Feminine now listening, you know, because some of us are so loving and so caring and so kind, you know, we want to bring unconditional love into the world. We don't see what's coming to us through other people. And if they're being manipulative, we can be naive to that. And we cannot see that there's a hidden agenda. And so I wanted to bring this up because I like watching reality TV because I like to see how people act and react to things. You know, and it also helps me understand psychologically, you know, what's going through people's minds when they do certain things, and, you know, if they're in their distorted energy as opposed to their divine energy. Okay, so, you know, the lower vibrational emotions as opposed to the higher vibrational emotions. And I like to see, you know, why do people act out? Why do people hurt other people? Why do people manipulate, etc.? And so I've been studying this for some years now, and I find it a really interesting thing. So in Australia, Big Brother, I don't know if you've got it in your country, but Big Brother is now here again. And I was watching this episode of Big Brother, and I found it so interesting. There was this really lovely guy, you know, nothing special about him, you know, not hot, not, you know, anything athletic or anything like that, but just a nice, cuddly, friendly guy that I thought, gee, you know, if I knew him in real life, I'd be his mate, because he's just sweet, you know. He was getting cups of, I don't know, he was talking to people at the beginning, he was, you know, are you okay? You know, he was being really kind. And so I thought, wow, this guy is amazing, right? But in the few first episodes, you know, he was up for eviction, you know, nominated to be sort of outed from the house. And so then he went into the diary room, which is where they talk to Big Brother, and he said, I'm going to come up with this plan, you know. And so what he did is because he didn't want to get evicted himself, right? And I thought he was a nice guy until he did this. But he knew that there was one power guy in the house who was kind of really, outspoken and, one of the main members that everyone noticed because he's a loud kind of person, right? I don't know, let's just call him Bob, right? I'm just going to write this down so it's easier for you to understand, okay? The names aren't right because I'm not good at remembering names all the time, alright? So anyway, let's use Harry as an example, alright? So Harry's the cuddly, friendly guy that was nice to everyone in the get-go, alright? And then Bob's the outspoken one, and Charlene's just another girl in the house, alright? So Harry goes up to Bob, right, and says, "Hey Bob, Charlene said that you're a snake." Right? And Bob, being outspoken, really outspoken, one of those people that will not tolerate anything being said against him, goes, "She said what?" Right? And Charlene has no idea that anything's being said, right? So Harry goes, "Yeah, Bob, Charlene said you're a snake. When she was talking to me the other day, she literally said you're a snake." Right? So then, of course, the cameras are all on Bob, and he's going around going, "Did you know that Charlene called me a snake? Oh my God, I knew there was something up with her, and I knew she was this, and I knew she was that." And so he's going around bad-mouthing Charlene, right? Charlene's just being filmed in, like, I don't know, she's doing her hair or in the shower, just normal everyday stuff that you do in the house, right? And Mr. Sneaky Harry, sorry Harry to use your name, is wandering around kind of going, "Oh shit, what have I done? What if she finds out? What if Charlene finds out that it's not true at all?" Right? Because it wasn't true. He made it up. Okay, so anyway, Bob goes right around the house and tells everyone about Charlene and how horrible she is. Charlene has no idea what's going on. And it turns out that because the person who won the challenge that particular day, had heard about this drama, then this poor Charlene was actually up for eviction, alright? And so was Bob as well. And so what happened is that she ended up getting outed from the house. So this poor girl here had done nothing wrong at all, like at all, but because Harry had planted the seed that she'd done something wrong, right? The whole house, of course, there's 20 people in the house or more, and they're all talking about it. "Oh, did you know that this? Did you know that that?" And then of course, because Bob was an outspoken guy, he was saying, "Oh, I knew she looked at me the wrong way the other day. Oh, have you seen, she sometimes ignores me completely." And then it snowballed into this massive thing, and so she got evicted from the house. So what I want to bring up here is that, did you know that people plant seeds all the time in everyday life, which could affect you and the outcomes of your life? Divine Masculine. Agreeing with me, okay? Now, what he's saying, with no disrespect to females or the feminine energy, it's okay. He doesn't want to offend anyone, right? The Divine Masculine I'm channeling through now says, that's why I'm coughing. He's saying that if you truly understand, the feminine energy in the world, they like to talk. And sometimes, in their distorted version of themselves, they talk about one another first and foremost, and they talk about other people in malicious ways. You know, the masculine energy can do this too, but the feminine energy does this because they talk a lot. All right? So the divine masculine coming through now is trying to say, be careful what you say about others. Be careful how you judge others, because that's you're being in your distorted energy. And as you can see from my example, Charlene got very hurt from this. You know, her time in the Big Brother house was over. I don't know if you will watch Big Brother. It's quite funny, a reality TV show, you know. So I guess I would say to you now, you know, what are you doing in your life that's planting seeds that could be harmful to yourself or others? All right? Because, you know, from the get-go, I believed that this particular guy, Harry, let's call him, because I think his name was Kieran, but anyway, you know, I believed that he was a loving, gentle, really kind person until I saw, and of course, you know, he's on a reality TV show and he knows the whole world's watching, so it's just a game. So it's not, you know, that's probably not his real personality in real life. But what I'm saying is, what someone shows you on the outer and what someone really is doing to you are two different things. Okay, so there are many, many people in the world that are wearing a mask. You know, an example might be that, you know, John rocks up for work and smiles at his boss and smiles at, you know, everyone and says, oh, hi, how you going? And, you know, and secretly absolutely dislikes all the people that he works with. He's just doing it to get the money, you know what I mean? So I think that as twin flames, we need to be authentic in who we are. And I'm not suggesting that any of you are being deceitful or any of you are being manipulative at all. What I'm actually trying to bring to the fore here is that a lot of people are deceitful to twin flames in the world. Okay. And it's because we're trying to be high vibrational. It's because we're coming into that space of unconditional love. It's because we're working on ourselves. We're trying to vibrate higher. And so what happens is that people see the light. People see, you know, that as an easy target, I guess you could say. And so many, many twin flames, you know, before they even knew they were twin flames, have been abused, have been, you know, taken for a ride in some way, have had a bad marriage, have had friends who haven't been kind to them. You know, they've been through traumas and they've been through things that they never even imagined they could live through. Okay? And this is part of, you know, being a kind, loving, generous person. Divine masculine agreeing with me here. Sorry. He's saying, divine feminine, you need to be assertive and have boundaries within the loving state. Whoever I'm channeling is high vibrational, very high vibrational divine masculine coming through now. He's saying that, you know, you can still have boundaries within the love. He's just trying to come through the cards now, so I'll bring this to you just quickly. Yeah, he's saying that, wow, these people in your life can confuse you. These people in your life can, you know, make you feel guilty if you're not helping them. You know, they can plant little seeds. Oh, well, you know, I don't know, my best friend would do that for me. You know, why don't you do that for me? Or, you know, it's kind of like these narcissistic traits that come through in other people, and they guilt trip you into feeling bad about something. So, you know, you might go and tell someone about the twin flame journey and they'll be like, do you really think that's true? Like, it sounds pretty ridiculous. You know what I mean? And so they're planting a seed in your mind that, oh, maybe it is all in your mind. You know what I mean? So you've got to come into divine masculine coming through now. Yeah, if you're a divine feminine listening today, he's saying that you've got to have a little bit of fire in you. Just a little bit, you know. Still be unconditionally loving, but just have that little bit of fire and know that you are gifted and you are really worth something. Like, you're so beautiful. And a lot of times people around you are looking at, you know, not all of your friends or anything or family, but just know that there are some that can be malicious and try and take advantage of your kindness, of your beauty. You know, because you're kind, they know they can ask you to do an extra favor. You know, they know that they can perhaps get money from you. You know, they know they can somehow use or manipulate you because you've got a kind heart and because you may not say no. And I know there are some divine feminines who are listening, who are so loving and they can't say no. So if a friend calls up and says, oh, look, you know, I'm really stint with money, can I borrow $100? They'll go, yeah, sure. You know. But there needs to be a transformation here. This is the transformation card. And in fact, that transformation card is like a really strong transformation. Okay. So there needs to be a transformation and, wow. Yeah. Stop letting other people hang off of you. You know, the reason that divine masculine and or divine feminine can get so hurt and so used up by others is because they think they're doing the right thing by being kind, and they in fact forget to be kind to themselves. They forget to love themselves. You know, this is divine masculine, very awakened divine masculine coming through, saying now that, you know, take a look at who you used to be and see how vibrant you were before you went through all this stuff. Before you were perhaps abused, before you were taken for a ride, before you had a bad marriage, a bad partnership, a bad life in certain parts of your life.